I am shocked at the amount of negative energy that people put out into the universe. I am blown away at how complete strangers can treat other human beings that they have to see fairly often like garbage. I'm trying really, really hard not to take this stuff personally. I have to really try and give myself perspective about what this particular person is going through and why they're acting like this, but it's really hard. And sometimes I just come home and I'm just like, why am I making the effort to do these things? So, okay, here's the story. I work in an apartment complex and we have laundry cards instead of quarters for the laundry machines, but you have to put cash on the cards. Like, they don't have a debit card system yet. They have a system where you literally have to put cash into a machine and it puts it on the card. Now the problem is that our machines are ancient. We're not getting new ones that have the debit card thing, so they're very old and they only take cash, and they were just getting run down. So for literal weeks, we had two machines and they were both down, and everyone had to come into the office to start loading their laundry cards. It took a long time, but we were able to get a new machine and they finally fixed the other one. So, you know, here we are today and everyone can use the cards and load them up with their money. Everything's good to go, right? So my manager comes up with this great idea to post the property and let everyone know that we have the working washing machines and that we were going to make these little gifts. Now they're super cute. I put them together. She picked everything out. She got the Tide Pods and the dryer sheets, and I pieced everything together. So I think they're super cute. They're very, very simple. But I just folded the little dryer sheet up and put the Tide Pod in front and like tied some bows. Now there's 3 different colors here because I wanted to make a pop. But it's super, I was really, really proud of this, and I made tons of them and I worked really hard. And you know, when I made my first one, my manager was like, hey, you can only use like 1 bow. You don't have to use the 3 if you don't want to. And I was like, okay. And I was looking at the prototype that I had made and I was like, you know what? I'm like, it just looks cuter with all 3 colors. It's really not going to take that much time to do a little bit extra. I'll go ahead and do it. I've got no problem. And I think they look super cute. I'm really proud of these, and they came together really fast. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but you know, I think this is a really generous step in the direction of like, hey, we're sorry these have been down for so long. Here's like a little laundry treat. So I put up the flyers and I start getting the pods ready and everything's going great, and I'm really loving what I'm doing. I'm really loving putting the pods together. I think they look so cute. I'm filling this little basket. I'm having a great time. And all of a sudden one of our residents walks in with her daughter, and she, you know, she's coming to pick up a package. That's normal. We have people picking up packages all the time. We accept them in the office, so that's normal. She comes in a lot for packages, totally fine. So I go in the back and I grab the package and I bring it to her, and she like shoves it into the hands of her daughter and is like, take it, it's yours anyway. So that happened. You know, I bring the package back and she says, oh, and this, and grabs the flyer and shoves it in my face and is like, what's the point of this if you can't even use all the washing machines? And I just stood there shocked, because when she said, what is this? I was like, oh yeah, of course, you can get your, I thought she was asking about it. I got excited because I can show off this thing that I've been working on all day and I'm really, really proud of. And she just shuts it down. Like, literally, I froze. I was like, what do you want me to say? And so I just kind of, I took a beat and I was just like, well, I wasn't aware that your washing machines were broken, but I will get a work order in for you. And she was like, yeah, well, and then walked out of the office. Now, the funny thing is that the daughter had the package, and so the mom opens up the door and goes through the door, and her daughter goes through with the package. And because her arms were full, her mom had to like close the door, so she like grumbles as she reaches through and like closes the door. It makes me upset that this is the kind of response that we're getting when we're trying to help. And I get that she's frustrated. You know, I totally identify where she's coming from, because if that is true, that must be really frustrating, but I can't help you if you're not telling me what's going on. Here I am trying to do something nice for you. The least you could do is maybe change your tone. just be like, hey, I really want to use these, but the washing machines are always broken. Like, why do you have to come in here with that negative attitude? Like, heaven forbid you treat me like a person and you talk to me like a human being instead of down to me like I'm trash and garbage and that I should know better than to try and do nice things when they can't even use it. It's just upsetting. It's just upsetting because it is something that I worked on and that I was proud of, and it just kind of felt shitty to have someone not respond to it. And it happened again. I had another resident come in and she was like, what is this gift that you're giving? And I was like, oh, it's a little Tide Pod with, you know, a couple of dryer sheets. It's really cute. And she's like, no thanks, and like walked out. And I know this is like a completely personal thing. I know that like this is something that normal people can do and handle and normal people can put up with, but I just take it personally. I'm a very sensitive person. I'm very emotional. I always take things personally. I always have. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been trying to fix it, but I take it personally. And I have to remember that, like, it's not about the Tide Pods. The machines were broken for so long and they were so frustrated. And if they're having issues with other things, then that's going to impact how they treat me. But at the same time, like, I am there to help. And if they have an issue, like, I want to do what I can to help. And sometimes that's really frustrating because I feel like, I think I'm just too compassionate sometimes. I feel like I want to do too much and I want to help as much as I can because I want people to be happy. And I think I'm too young and naive to realize that people are going to take advantage of that because I'm still learning all of this and being in not a retail environment. And you would think being in retail would help me handle people like this. It's not that I couldn't handle it, and it's not that it was unbearable. It's more of like, really? Like, do you have to put that negative energy out there? Like, your life must be so hard and so rough that all you do is spew this negative energy out at everyone else. If you have an issue, you can say it without attitude. You can say it without emotion. You can try and be nice and professional because that's what I'm trying to do. If I talk to you the way that she talked to me, that would be completely inappropriate. But I don't do that because I respect these people and I'm here to do a service and I'm here to be professional. I'm sometimes just too sensitive in general. You know, Jess makes a lot of sarcastic jokes and I can take them personally or get hurt. You know, we'll be joking around and all of a sudden it's too far and I feel sad and hurt and like kind of attacked. I just need to toughen up. And I'm hoping by doing things like YouTube or Twitch or more Instagram or whatever, that when those negative comments start coming in, I can start getting tough and I can start letting it go. Because a part of me feels like maybe I was sheltered from a lot of this stuff, you know. I wasn't really bullied in school. I feel like I was kind of intimidating or just super fucking weird and nobody really wanted to talk to me anyway. But I wasn't really bullied. I never really had issues with anyone in school. I think maybe there was a vague issue in high school with me dating a girl, but some of that could have also been fake and made up. I don't know what was real and what wasn't. I've never had to deal with a bully, and I'm the youngest and I was by myself, so I never really did that like sibling ribbing on each other or that kind of joking around where it's like we're trying to be really goofy and like I'm just really sensitive. Like, I don't think those jokes are funny. I like some sarcasm. It's not like I'm saying no to all sarcasm. I do like some sarcasm, but I just don't, it's just not my thing. It's hard being around people where you're surrounded by either the sarcasm or they're being serious. So you'll have someone being sarcastic and be like, well, nah, 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 and you're supposed to laugh. But then at the same time, you have someone who's being super nasty to you and negative, and you have to just take it and smile. And to me, that's a lot of negativity. Even though the sarcasm is a joke, it's still negative. Like, self-deprecation humor is a really good example of that, because if you make a lot of self-deprecating jokes and you really listen back to how many jokes that you're making about your weight or your size or how you look or whatever, like, you'll be shocked at all that negativity that you're saying about yourself. And I'm only saying that because I watched Queer Eye and they did the same thing with self-deprecating jokes. Like, you know, you're getting a laugh, but at your own expense, and it's bringing your self-esteem down, and it's bringing your, you know, your confidence down and your belief in yourself. So I try and avoid those things. You know, sometimes I do make self-deprecating jokes, but I'm trying really hard to get away from that. If I have to put up with these nasty people all day, I don't want to have to sit there and hear the same kind of stuff from my coworkers, because I'd rather be in a positive environment. And I'm just coming from the place of like, I'm here to do my job. Like, I'm just here to work. I'm here to provide good customer service. I'm here to be nice to these people and help them out. I'm not here to be cool with everybody. Honestly, I'm probably the odd man out at work, because I like to work. I like to do my job, and I like to do it well, and I'll keep working away. I don't really have to talk to anybody. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. I wish I could not have to deal with sarcasm on top of this negative behavior, because it's just hard. Like, dealing with mean customers and mean residents, it's not easy, and I'd rather be able to turn to my team for something uplifting, for something, you know, bringing me up and being supportive and being positive, and instead it's just this like heavy, aggressive sarcasm constantly, and I'm too sensitive. So I want to toughen up. So I'm hoping that Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever I'm doing, any response that I'm getting, I can try and be more receptive to it and not let it get to me, because honestly, I don't want to care what people think anymore. I want to do what's right by me, and I want to do what's right by what makes me comfortable and happy and safe and proud, and I want to surround myself with those kind of people. But like, I'm not here to sit and hope that you like me, or that I fit in, or that I'm accepted, or I'm kind of losing my train of thought. Wish me luck trying to be tough. I hope I can find a balance between embracing my sensitive self and my emotional self, and also being a tough, kick-ass boss, you know what I mean? Like the social media expert at work, and I want to do talks, and I want to do presentations, and I want to, you know, stand in front of a crowd and tell them how to do things and make them feel positive and make them feel happy. And, you know, ultimately what that's going to come down to is that I'm just going to have to put my head down and work hard and smile and do my best not to make snide remarks, and do my best not to be passive aggressive, and do my best to be friendly and supportive, and just stop trying to put that negative energy out there, because I'm done and I'm tired of it, and I'm tired of receiving it from everybody. And I want to be a light. I want to be a shining light that people can look to, and this is just me saying I'm fed up, and I'm ready to embrace some positivity and light in my life right now, because I need it. I will see you when I see you. There's a Kiki going into a dresser. She's actually going into the drawer. I'd move the camera, but I don't want to mess everything up. But yes, she is going into the drawer of the dresser. But it's been a great time. I appreciate you sitting there and listening. Make sure you leave a comment and some advice on how I can be tough. Give me some constructive criticism that I can take and use and not take it personally, because I want to be constructive and not let these things be destructive to me. So with that being said, I will see you in the next video, which hopefully will be soon. I'm trying to do all these goodbyes and I don't have my own, so you know what? I'll see you fuckers tomorrow, okay? Bye!